If you want to go to Germany on the purpose of work or for academic purposes, and then you are from an EU country, mostly you go to the recognition procedure, and this is where a lot of people get confused as to the difference between recognition check and comparability check. So in this video, we are going to look more into this. At the end of the video, you are going to actually understand the difference between professionals or professions who needs recognition and those who just need to check their comparability just by using the ANABIN database. So in this video, we are going to look at the ANABIN database and then look at how to apply for recognition. So guys, without wasting much time, let's dive right into the video. Because we want authentic information, we are using the government website. So you go to makeitingermany.com, and when you get to the website, you go to working in Germany, and you see drop down menus under the working in Germany, and you click on recognition because we want to understand all what it takes to get your qualification recognized. And now you can see who needs to be recognized, recognition procedure and academic qualification. So we are just going into the first two, that is who needs recognition and then the recognition procedure. So who needs recognition, right? And like I said in my previous video, only professions that are regulated require recognition. So there's a difference. There's actually difference between recognition and comparability check. So like you can see, it says that regulated professions require recognition. So if you are under these professions, then you need to do the recognition application. So regulated professions are in the field of these ones. So when you click on the regulated profession, you can see that it explains, they give details as to which professions fall under the regulated professions. You can see nurses, doctors, teachers, and lawyers. So if you are going to Germany to work under these professions, then you need to do the recognition application. You can see that it says it applies to certain master craftsmen and craftswomen if they work as self-employed entrepreneurs. So if you're a master craftsman or craftswoman who is a self-employed, then you are like, you fall under the regulated professions. Again, like I stated earlier, if you have a foreign qualification and then you want to go to Germany to work in this regulated profession, then you need to do the recognition application. And later in the video, I'm going to show you the process to do the application. So now that we have a brief idea about what a regulated profession is or which fields fall under the regulated professions, let's proceed. Now, when you proceed further on the website, there's this link over there, the recognition finder. When you click on it, it will take you to a page where you can type in your specific work, and it's going to tell you whether you are qualified to do the recognition application, or you just need to do the comparability check on the ANABIN database. And later in the video, we are going to check this website out. So we are going to look at this website, that is the recognition finder website, and then the ANABIN database. But we just want to have a fair idea of what it means to be what falls under regulated profession and what falls under the non-regulated profession. So let's proceed to which professions fall under the non-regulated professions. If the work that you're going to do in Germany falls under the non-regulated professions, then you do not need your foreign qualifications recognized. You just go to the ANABIN database to check if it's comparable or equivalent. So these are the professions that falls under the non-regulated professions. That is, if you're going there as a business economist, if you are going there as a computer scientist or as a baker. But this is just a summary. So later we'll go to the recognition finder and then be specific on which professions that needs to just go through the comparability check on the ANABIN database. Now, there's a statement here that caught my attention. This statement says that there is no recognition procedure for higher education qualifications, right, that do not lead to a regulated profession such as biologists, physicists, and or linguists. What this means is that if your previous education qualification did not or does not lead you to professions such as the biologist and these three professions that is listed there, then you not go to the recognition procedure. So now, if you are from a third country or if you are a third country national and then you are going to work in Germany under these non-regulated professions, then you just check the comparability status of your qualification, or you just check if your qualification is equivalent to the German qualification by simply going to the ANABIN database, which is managed by the Central Office for Foreign Education, that is the ZAB, and you just put in your country or your university, that is your institution or your degree, and then with the results, you know whether your qualification or your degree is comparable or not. And we are going to look at it more in the video. Now that we have a fair idea of what professions falls under the regulated professions and then which ones fall under the non-regulated professions, we can now be specific and then go to the recognition finder and put in the position or the job offer that we got in Germany to find out if it requires you to do the recognition application or if it requires you to just go to the ANABIN database to simply check. So when you click on it, it takes you to this page where it says, it asks you, what is your profession? So you put in your profession as to the job that you are going to do in Germany. So guys, let's try something. Let's say you are going to be a physicist in Germany. I don't know why this word gets me confused. A physicist. So let's type the profession over there and then see if we have to do the recognition application or if we just have to go to ANABIN database to just check the comparability check. So when you type the physicist profession there, it gives you certain options. So let's click on the second option and then proceed and see what's next. What is showing us is the professional activities and then a summary of the field work. So if you're interested, you read, but our main purpose is to check if we have to do the recognition application or not. So you can read it if you want, but let's go to next and then see. And it's asking, where would you like to work in Germany? If you have the town, it says enter the town or postcode. You can enter, but if you don't know yet, you can click on I don't know yet. So let's see, let's click on I don't know yet and then see what this page or see what will give us next. Okay, so let's click on it and then read. The place of work is important. It looks like they want us to put something there. So when you look at the last sentence, it says just enter a random town. So you can just go to Google and then type towns in Germany and it will give you some towns. So you can just go back and then put in just a random town, for example. So for the town, let's type Berlin and then see. But if you did an application or if you went to some links and then you got a job offer or you got a potential job offer in a specific town in Germany and you have an idea of that, you can put it there. If you have the postcode, so you can put it there. So when we type Berlin, this is the next page that it gives us. It's asking if you come from an EU country or not, but because we are from an EU country, we click no. And do you come from one of the following states? So we click on select state and we pick which state that we belong to. So you look through, if you are from Africa or any other country apart from this state, you pick no, I come from another state. And then it's asking, where did you complete your training or your degree? So if you had your training in an EU state or in Switzerland, you take, or in another state. So we take in another state because we are from an EU. And it's asking, do you already live in Germany? If you already live in Germany, you take yes. But if you take, if you are not in Germany, you take no. So we take no and then go to next. Now over here, we'll be looking for a keyword which is comparable or recognition. So let's look for this keyword. Here it says that you must show that your higher education is comparable with the German higher education qualification. So it says comparable. So that means that we just need to go to the ZAB, that is the ANABIN database, to check if your qualification or your degree is comparable or equivalent to the German degree. If it had says that needs a recognition, then we have to do the recognition application. Now, before I forget, there's something called a statement of comparability, right? So when we check the ANABIN database for like to check out if our degree or our institution or the university is comparable or not, and then when we check and the university is not there, then we need to apply or request for a statement of comparability, because sometimes even though you think that your university is recognized, it might not be on the ANABIN database list. In that case, you simply contact the ZAB and then you request for the statement. So if you need more advice, you take yes. If no, then you take no. We click on next and it takes us to this page. So this page is actually summarizing your results or the procedure. So it says that this profession is not regulated, and that is the keyword that we are looking for. And then here is going to show you what to do next if your profession is not regulated. So if it is not regulated, you simply go to the ANABIN database to check your qualification, that is your university institution or your degree. And then you can see that it has the competent authority contacts there. So if you want to contact the competent authority for more details, then you do. So now, guys, back to the ANABIN data base that I was talking about. There's no charge for an extract from the ANABIN database. So when you check on the ANABIN database list and then you find your university, then you get it free of charge. Now, if you check and then your qualification is not listed there, that is when you apply for the statement of comparability from the Central Office of Foreign Education, that is the ZAP. And then with that one, there will be a charge for the statement of comparability, and the charge is dependent on like the details of your qualification. For the statement of comparability, right, I learned that it can take a while for you to get the results, but then if you are going to use this status or this statement for the EU Blue Card, then you can add your EU Blue Card or your Germany Blue Card application to it, and then you get this fast track process. You get the process fast track and you get it like in few days, because if you don't add the blue card status to it, it might take you months. So you can go on the recognition finder website to key in more professions to find out if you need a recognition or not. And I'm going to put all the links that I'm using in the description box below. So now let's go to the Central Office for Foreign Education, that is the ZAP database. They use the ANABIN database to store all their extras. So we go there and see or check the procedure when it comes to knowing whether your university or your institution is comparable or is equivalent or not. So when you go there, originally the language is in German, but because I have a Google Translator on my laptop, it automatically translates it into English for me. On here, we are going to check the comparability or the equivalence of our university degree, that is our foreign university degree, and our foreign university or institutions. So you can see the menus over there. You can see university degrees, institution, professional qualification, and all of that. So we just need the first two for this video. So guys, before I proceed further, understand that initially I mentioned that this video is divided into two parts. The first part is understanding the recognition application. I mean, which professions need the recognition application, understanding what it means to say a qualification needs to be recognized. And then the next part is what it means to say that your qualification has to be comparable or so in this part of the video, we are simply looking at how to check the comparability of our qualification or the equivalence of our qualification, and then later in the video we are going to look at how to do the recognition process if our profession falls under the regulated profession. So now with this part, we are assuming that the profession that we are going to embark on in Germany falls under the non-regulated profession, which we saw initially, like the physicists that we did in the recognition finder part. Now back to ANABIN, we want to check the institutions first. You can just go with the university degree first or the institutions, but for the purpose of this video, let's check the institutions first. Now this page is giving you information as to what institutions are listed there, and then information about the results. The first paragraph explains that the institutions section, that is the section that we are going to review, right, mainly lists foreign higher education institutions, with the exception with these countries, that is Switzerland and then Turkey. So it doesn't give a list of institutions from these two countries. It also informs us that secondary schools are also included if this is necessary for the evaluation of foreign school qualifications. So if we are doing this for the purpose of education, then you can also find secondary school on this list. Now the next part is going to explain the results. So when you check your institutions, you see that some of the status has H plus, H minus, and H plus and minus. Now, what does it mean to have an H plus? If you have an H plus, it simply means that your institution or your university is recognized in Germany. For information, guys, the recognized word, I mean the word recognize that I used here is not the same as the recognition application for the regulated professions. The word recognized in this highlighted sentence means that basically your university is acknowledged in Germany. So the word recognized is not the same as the recognition application for the regulated profession. And then if you check and the results is H minus, it means that there is no accreditation or recognition for that particular university in Germany. Now, there's another result that you can get, and it will indicate that is H plus or minus. This means that no clear statement can be made. So when you put in your institution and then you have this result, you can go in further to find more information as to like if there's any recognition or not. And with this one, sometimes it happens like it depends on the courses that your university is offering compared to the courses that is offered in Germany. Cases with H plus or minus might be, for example, for the fact that maybe certain courses offered in the institution belongs to higher education, and sometimes it may depend on the duration of the courses or the fact that it's simply not accredited. That is like clear differences cannot be made. So in such a scenario, you can just click on the commentary side of the university and then find out more information on why it has the H plus or minus. Some employers or some companies can just work with the fact that it simply has an H plus or minus so far as it doesn't have an H minus. And some embassies can also just go with the fact that it has H plus or minus without the fact that it has an H minus. But if they want to go more into details, some of them will ask you to request for a statement of comparability. That is when you contact the ZAB and you request for this comparability statement. So now let's go on to do the check. So you go to seek or search, and you can see that it has some filter sections where you can put in like your search term and it's going to filter. So it has this part that it says open country selection, right? So you click there and then select your country. When you click, it's going to give you a lot of countries to select from, all countries like to select from. So you go through and then select the country that you are from. So for the purpose of this video, we are going to select an African country and we are going to pick Ghana to be precise, to check some of the institutions in Ghana that is comparable or equivalent to the universities in Germany. So you select the country and then you go back to click on confirm country selection to add it to the filter selections. And there's place, so all places. So because we selected Ghana, it's going to give us towns in Ghana. You can see Accra, Ekropon, Ekuapembo, Gatanga, Cape Coast, Ho, Koforidua. This gives you all the regions or the towns or the big cities in Ghana. So we click on Accra since it's the capital of Ghana and just for the purpose of this video. As you can see, it has given us several universities or institutions located in Accra. You can see location, institution type, that is university or college, the status, the country, which is Ghana, and then the institution that it belongs to. So if it belongs to University of Cape Coast and all of that. And then now back to the filters part, right? If you have if you want to be more precise, then you can add more terms to it. But we just want the country and then just the region or the town, and that will be okay for us. So you can look through and then select which school or which institution that belongs to you. But for the purpose of this video, again, we are just going to randomly select any school of our choice. Randomly, we are going to pick Accra College of Medicines and then check. You can see that the status already there is H plus and minus. So you click on it and it's going to give you more information about the address, the contact, and then comments. And like I said, you can see the status. So if you want to know more explanation or interpretation of the status, you click on it and it's going to give you. And down there you can see degree. So degree title. These are the degrees that is comparable to the German degree in Accra College of Medicine. So if you go to Accra College of Medicine, these are the degrees in that school that are recognized. There may be some more degrees, but when you click on a particular school, it will display some degrees. So this is the interpretation that I was talking about. So you close it and you can save this document. So you go to print. If you don't have the print interface, you can just take a screenshot of it. So you can go to print, like I said, and then you can print the document or save it as a PDF, and then you later print it and add it to your visa application document. If your employer is also requesting for the recognition document, you can also send it to them. Now, during your job application, that is when you are looking for jobs in Germany, some companies or employers can request for recognition of either your school or your degree. Some will be okay with just one. So if you download this document, you can just send it to your employer. If an employer also wants a recognition of your school, that is to check, a recognition of your degree, that is to check if your degree is comparable, you can just check the degree as well and then give the response to them in the form of a document that you have downloaded. Now, if a company or an employer is requesting for both recognition of your institution and your degree, and for instance, you check your university, right, on the ANABIN database and it's listed, but you check the degree side and you don't see your degree on the listed extract on the ANABIN database, then you request for the statements of comparability. This statement of comparability can take number of weeks, but if you are using it for the blue card, you can actually go through the fast track system for it to be fast for you. Normally, if you go to the fast track system, I learned it takes like some days. Now let's go back to check another school. I can see Accra Polytechnic has an H minus. So let's click on the Accra Polytechnic and check on the interpretation of the H minus. So you can see already there that the status is H minus, right? And below the H minus is information as to why they rated this particular institution the H minus. In summary, what the explanation is trying to say is that the Polytechnic normally offers a 3-year vocational courses, which is mainly in technology and business, and this is below the bachelor's level. So basically, that is the reason for the H minus. It looks like there are a number of universities, institutions in Accra on the database. So you click on forward and then you can see some other universities. So let's click on the Zenith University College and see what they have there. The status over there is H plus and minus. Now, when you click on it, you can see the status already there, which is the H plus and minus. But on here, they didn't really explain why it has an H plus and minus. Some employers will be good with the fact that, your institution doesn't have an H minus. Some of them will just go with the H plus or minus. So far as it doesn't have an H minus, they are good to just consider your application. What we previously did was the institution check. So now, if you want to check your specific university degree or your qualification, you go to university degrees and you see this info page. This page gives you information about the evaluation classification. So when you check your degree, you can see statuses like conditionally comparable, corresponds, and equivalent. If you see conditionally comparable, it means that there are some differences in the comparison. So for example, the degrees that were completed at the university level in your country are offered as vocational schools in Germany. So that would be the difference. And corresponds or equivalent means that it's positive. It means it's corresponds to Germany. So to start the search, you go to search degrees. That is, if your interface is giving you in English. If it's giving you in German language, you go to the next thing after the info. You go to open country selection. But we've already selected Ghana as our country, so we're actually going to stick to Ghana. If you have another country, you can just select your country of choice. Then you select your degree level, whether it's bachelor's, certificates, diploma, but let's choose bachelor's, and like later we are going to select another level. So let's choose bachelor's. Then to narrow your filter, you can see all study programs. So you click on your particular study program and there's a lot of study programs available. So for the purpose of this video, let's just randomly pick a study program. I actually did social work in my bachelor, so I'm going to scroll through and locate social work and select that. Let's see what it's going to give us. This is what it gave us: Bachelor of Arts in Social Work. So you can see degree type, duration, which is a minimum of 3 years, a maximum of 4 years, the class, field of study, and country. So you click on it to check the evaluation status. Now, the keyword that we are looking for is equivalent or conditionally comparable. So when you check the evaluation side, it says that equivalence class and there is corresponds. So that means that Bachelor of Arts in Social Work actually corresponds to the German degree. Below the evaluation section is awarding institutions. That is the institutions that awards this degree level. The Bachelor of Arts in Social Work. You can see University of Ghana, Legon, and the institution type is public university and the status is H plus. So actually you can even just do the university degree check and you can see the corresponding institutions that are recognized on this page. After you've had this positive results, you go to print to save this document, or you print it out to add it to your documents for the visa application. So now let's pick another degree level and check it out. So we are going to choose diploma. At the study program part, we are going to take off the social work from there and select another study program. So let's scroll through. For example, let's choose diploma in education, for instance. Now this is what we have. So you click on the little plus sign beside it, and it's going to take you to the page where you see the evaluation results. So when you look at the evaluation side, you can see corresponds. That means that the diploma of education corresponds to German level. So you can see the name of institution, that is the University of Cape Coast, and it has a status of H+. So actually this document can even cover for both the institution and then the degree level as well. So you click on the print button on your computer to save this document. Guys, one thing that you have to take note is that the ANABIN database just has an extract of some of the degree list or the institution's list, and it doesn't cover for all. So if you check and your university is listed or your degree is listed, then you are good to go. That means that you can get this results free of charge. But if your university or your degree is not listed, then you have to request for the statement of comparability at a fee. You just pay a little fee for this statement of comparability. To do this request, you basically need to contact the authority that handles the ANABIN database, that is the ZAB, and you do this request. So let's find their contact. When you come below their website, you can see contact. So you click on contact and it's going to give you some information as to how you can get in touch with them. Click on contact and you can see contact information can be found on our ZAB website. So you click on the ZAB website to take you to their contact information website. So this website has all their contacts as to their email, their address, their telephone number. So if you want to request for the statement of comparability, then you contact them for that. Before I end this video, I want to show you how to do the recognition application if your profession is within the regulated professions. So here's the website that we went there to search for specific professions to find out if we need recognition or just comparability check. So you come back to that website and then let's just, for instance, type a doctor, because we know that doctors are part of the recognized, regulated profession. So let's just type doctors. You click on proceed like we did previously. So you click on proceed. Then there will be some options. So this option is Doctor of Medicine. You click on it. It's still going to give you some more options. So when you scroll down, you can still see some options for you to select from. So because we want the Doctor of Medicines, we click on the Doctor of Medicines, and this page is actually giving you a summary of the professional activities under the Doctor of Medicine. So you go to next. If you want to read, you just read it to have an idea of that. But let's just skip and then go to next. It's asking you, where would you like to live in Germany? So like I said before, you just type in like a random town in Germany. Let's still type Berlin. So we type Berlin in and we go to proceed. This time around, you don't click on I don't know yet. So you click on any of the options that is there and you proceed. Now it's asking you about your country, where you come from. So do you come from the EU? No. You click on no, no, no. Do you come from one of the following states? So you click on select state and then you scroll through and see which one that applies to you. But if it doesn't apply to you, if any of them doesn't apply to you, you click on the last one. No, I come from another state. And the next one, where did you complete your training degree? If it is within the EU, you click on within the EU. If not, you click on in another state. Do you already live in Germany? If yes, you click. If no, you click on no. Click on next. This is what they are going to tell you. You need recognition for your qualification. You know, previously when we checked, it had the keyword comparable. I don't know if you guys remember, but this one has the keyword recognition. So this is where you have to start the application. And now the next thing is, do you want to get any advice? If yes, you click on yes. If no, you click on no to proceed. You go to next to start your online application. When you click on next, it's going to take you to this page where you have information about the contact authority, I mean competent authority, sorry. So you have their contact details as to the telephone number, their email if you have any questions as to the application process. There is online application, so you click on online application to start your application. If you don't know what documents you need to start this application, on my screen or on the website you can see what documents do I need, so you click on that to have an idea. But if you have an idea of what document that you need to bring, you can just go to start application to start it. So now let's click on start application. Let's assume that we know or we have the documents ready to start application. So let's click on start application. It's going to direct you to the application page. Now with the application page, you can see login with band ID, login with company account, or start without login. So we are going to start without login. So we click on proceed, then agree with the terms and conditions. So you click on agree and then click on acknowledge. It's going to take a while to load sometimes because of the loads of application that they have. So now back to this page, you'll be asked few questions. So the first question is, who are you making this application for? If it is for someone, you click on for someone else. If it is for you, you click on for me. So when you click on for me, they are going to ask you for your name, that is your biography, your age, your gender, and then a proof of identity. You need to upload an evidence of your birth certificate. So you have to upload a copy of your birth certificate and contact preference. So like you can see telephone number, your address, and if you live in Germany, you have to take yes or no. Questions about if you've done this application before. So you can see all these questions and you take the answers that applies to you. And when you are done, you click on continue. Take you to the next page. Because this video is just a demonstration video to show you how to do the application, I didn't really put in or upload any documents. So you can go through the questions, upload all your documents and submit, and they are surely going to get back to you as to the results of your recognition application. So guys, that is it for the recognition, the comparability check, to check if your certificate or your qualification is equivalent to the German one, and anything that you need to know about the ANABIN database. I'm going to do well to put all the links in the description box below so that you can easily have access to it. And if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so to join the family. God bless you, and I wish you all the best in your applications. I'm going to see you in my next post. Bye.